Namor is one of, if not the most underrated hero in this entire game, so if you want to learn how to actually use this character, here's 3 easy tips from a high-ranked player to help you pop off with Namor. The main thing I see people misunderstanding about Namor is that he's actually a very defensive character rather than a very offensive one. Trying to use his summons offensively is just kind of bad because they don't really do a lot of damage on their own, and any damage that this is going to be doing to enemy frontline is just usually going to get healed by their healers, and you're just kind of feeding at that point. You don't want to be using your summons offensively. Like, you don't want to shoot them in front of you because they're just going to die. If you put them behind you and in, like, high up places, if there's an enemy Spider-Man that wants to dive my backline, he now has to deal with these guys, and for a character like this, that's extremely difficult. It doesn't just become a little bit more difficult to assassinate an enemy support when they're being babysit by an octopus, it becomes borderline impossible. Like, these guys make the job of any Spider-Man or Black Panther player 10 times harder, if not nigh impossible, if they're in, like, high up and good spots. Another thing that I feel like people just don't even know is that his ultimate will cancel out enemy movement abilities, and when I say this, I don't even mean when they get hit by it. The moment that you are within the range of this ultimate, you cannot escape it with a movement ability. You can only walk out of it. In one of my previous guides on Cloak and Dagger, I mentioned how Cloak can just completely counter enemy ultimates with his Dark Teleportation ability. You can't do that against Namor, because his ultimate will cancel out the ability before you can use it. This unironically makes Namor's ult really, really good for playing offensive, so your neutral game should be like playing defensive with your supports, going for poke, and then when your team wants to go in, okay guys, I'm gonna ult over here, you can kind of, you know, fly above them with your shift, or just by, you know, jumping up the ledge, ult your team in, they get knocked on the floor, or they die, they can't use their mobility, easy dive.